Let me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sensei Humor's podcast, where we talk anything pop culture or anything that interests us. Today, I am your host, Phantom Voyager, or Travis. I'm also here with my buddy, Multimite, or Tyler.
How's it going, everybody? It's good to be
So,
back.
it's very good to be back. I know we just did one yesterday. That was due to technical difficulties, so you guys are lucky. You guys are going to get a 2 in 1 or a one. Wait,
Yeah, 2 in 1 week, pretty
yeah,
much.
2 in 1 week. Yep.
I think I'll upload yesterday's tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll do this one like sometime this upcoming week.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just do both at the same time, because that way they can get 2 episodes for us missing this week's.
Oh yeah, that might be nice for him. I guess we like him.
An early Christmas present right before Thanksgiving. By the way, though, like any of you people that celebrate Christmas like the day after Halloween, screw you all.
In terms of what, like
Like
putting their trees
immediately
up,
turning,
or
yeah, like immediately turning on Christmas music and watching Christmas movies and yeah, doing decorations. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I'll do it like I think like the second weekend, like November,
Like,
just to get like.
I was gonna say, I get like Thanksgiving isn't as heavily like, it doesn't make people as excited, or November's considered uneventful or whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, come on, like let us have a break. Halloween's awesome. Give it the respect it deserves.
Give it the full 2 months that it deserves.
I was gonna say maybe that's it. We need a second Halloween in November. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just petty and
I mean,
hate that.
like
Like,
I'll decorate for Christmas like 2 weeks into November just to get the decoration done and out of the way, so I don't have to like scramble or have to deal with it. I mean, I won't decorate a tree or put up a tree or nothing, but like I'll put up like more like Thanksgiving, like it won't. It's not gonna have ghosts out or like what cobwebs and caution tape and stuff, but it's gonna be like like fall leaves or whatever, and like I don't know, like the smell of cinnamon or something in the air or whatever. I don't know, just small things, just to get it out of the way and make it feel more like the season that it should be or that it's supposed to be of that month or whatever.
I guess, but I don't know.
I mean,
It
I'll still
just
give it. I'll still like watch horror movies. I'm not gonna like put on Christmas music.
well, and I was gonna say like I'm not saying like you have to. Well, and I think horror can be any time of the year. I think it's just heavily celebrated obviously during Halloween time.
Yeah.
Even like, I mean, hell, we even played like Phasmo during Christmas time. Like that was one of my Christmas videos for December. So it's not like far off. I do need to start uploading again though. Like I really do. I've been really bad about it, and I mean, I even deleted the past series that I did, and I think I explained to you why. I don't know if I
Yeah.
told the audience, but I just felt like I didn't put in enough effort, or like how do I put this like in a way that doesn't seem like overthought. Like I just for a game like Destiny 1, I feel like that's a series I could easily edit and do with friends and stuff, but instead I kind of chose to solo it, and then on top of that kind of rush through all the campaigns and such. Or
Yeah.
rather, I rushed through the first campaign, and then all my audio got corrupted in the last like 3 DLCs of that game, so I never ended up uploading them, and I was super pissed, and for whatever reason I kept those other uploads up for like a long time, and then I rebranded at one point, and now I'm back to Multimite, which I think is just the smarter and honestly happier move I can make. So I'm back to multi-might, and I'm gonna stay multi-might honestly, because that's just who I am. That's just, I think I need to accept and stick to it, and also, like, I wouldn't mind redesigning him as a whole, like, because I know, like, for the most part, I'm gonna say this to people who may now watched our podcast and or like my channel, but thank you everyone who may have came from TikTok over to this channel and are just checking us out, and thank you guys for your support, because a lot of people seem to really like Multimite's design, so
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
glad with
cool.
that. Yeah, so I'm excited to show Phantoms here in a little bit, because he just got a makeover, and I'm hoping it turns out, better than my design, honestly. Like, I want to learn and grow from each drawing that I do. So,
I know I'll like it.
well, I'm glad you say that. That means a lot. But, yeah, I guess that's kind of all I got. Well, actually, I sent you a TikTok, but I'll kind of run it down briefly. They
Okay.
announced a second Hogwarts Legacy, and this
Mm.
time they're gonna have multiplayer,
What
and
about
I'm
Quidditch?
freaking stoked about that. And yes, I heard
Yes.
we might get not only multiplayer, but like, yeah, Quidditch. Hopefully, like I don't know, wand duels, like wand battles.
Oh, that'd be sick. Like, is it like actually like a thing, or is it just like something fan made up, or is it like actually like released by them, or?
I don't know. Like, so you can probably watch the video after the podcast,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know how sourceable this guy is, but and I mean, anyone will do anything for clicks, but from what he was saying, I think it's Portal game, like Portal Key Games,
Mm-hmm.
they came out and said something like, yeah, we're gonna have multiplayer because of the success of um, Harry Potter, or because of the success of Hogwarts Legacy 1. So again, take that with a grain of salt, because I don't know how much credit that guy has and how accurate his news is, but hopefully so. Like, I would be really stoked if they finally did. And I want our characters to be generic too. Like, I don't hate my character having like these special abilities,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I don't want to be the center of attention character. I just want to be a generic Hogwarts student, and I want to go
Joe
through all
Schmo.
years too. Yeah, like, just like start us from year 1 and then get us up to year 7 or 8. I can't remember how many years Hogwarts does, but
Oh my gosh!
um,
Imagine going through it with your friend the whole way through. That'd be insane.
that would be so freaking fun. Like, each one's almost like a new story, because like I feel like it'll be a leveling system too, not necessarily like prestiging like Call of Duty, but rather you get new spells, you get new potions every year, because that's how the Lego Harry Potter game did it. Like, year 1 you learned like Wingardium Leviosa, you learned you learned Lumos, like the one that
The
attacks the plants, and then you learned I think those were like the only 2 spells you learned. And then for
mm,
like Harry, you unlocked the invisibility cloak. Um and then, yeah, like as you get into further years, you get more and more spells, and then um yeah, it was just really cool and really fun game, and I might revisit that game honestly, cuz that was a lot of fun growing up.
yeah, I want to play um like Batman, Lego Batman, the original ones, because they're coming out with this new one, or maybe they've already come out with it. I don't know, but the level of detail is incredibly insane, and it seems kind of like from like little trailers and little gameplays or game clips or whatever. It seems like it's kind of like an open world game, kind of like the Arkham Knight series or the Arkham series, which is
Mhm.
kind of cool because it's just like it's basically the Arkham series in Lego form, and I think that's super cool to be able to like be able to try out. So like I've always loved Batman. I've always loved the Arkham series, as you know, is kind of like my main. Let's play solo games. But I'm really excited to be able to play that if I can, when I can.
Yeah, no, that'll be really cool, honestly.
Do you have any more small talk or no?
No, we
No.
can move on to your topic, or if you have more small talk, whatever
Mm.
works.
So yesterday's episode, I mentioned that like how they were kind of being mean to me about me not coming in on my day off or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I went into work and they literally gave me like three energy drinks and they're like, "Here you go, welcome back." And I'm like, "What happened? What happened while I was gone for you guys to like?" It was from it was from three different people too, and I'm like, "Why are you guys all giving me energy drinks? Like, what's gonna happen?" Like, oh no! And I checked my strap, like my work strap, and there's no cars on it, and I'm like, okay, so that's normal. There's no four pieces. There's no like extra work on my strap. Okay, that's cool. And I'm like, so what's going on? And they're like, well, one of the new guys yesterday left early, came in super late, and was nonstop complaining about work. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then also the same new guy came in today at like 9:30, close to 10. We're supposed to be there at 8. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And so like before he didn't show up, I was talking to my boss. I was like, "Hey, like where's so and so at? Like what's going on?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, he's going to be 9 to 5 from now on." And I go, "What? We're 8 to like 6." And he goes, "I know, but he wants to be 9 to 5." And he went way above my authority and way above like my like he talked to the person above my boss and complained because he didn't want to have to work 10-hour shifts and he didn't want to have to work super late. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. But anyways, um, this dude, he was a good worker and he could do like he can keep up with the pace. But today, I mean, he got there at like 10:30 and it was about like 1:30 when this happened here. He pulled a car into a bay, had struggles lifting it, grabbed all of his tools and put them in his car, comes back inside, tries again, struggles again. Instead of asking for help, this dude just decides to just struggle and scream and yell and cuss and dude's like smacking things. And he goes, "You know what? Screw this. I quit." And then just
Jeez.
clocks out and leaves. And we're just like, "Okay, well, see you later."
Okay, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, wait, why did they give you the energy drinks then?
They gave me the energy drinks because they knew it was going to be a busy day, and they're like, "Yeah,
Uh,
we each got one for ourselves, and we all need to stick together." And I was like, "Yeah, I appreciate that. I just really thought you guys were going to be all jerks to me." And they're like, "Dude, you need to like soften your shell up a little bit, dude. You're a little too hard on yourself, man. You need to stop being like that." I'm like, "Okay."
I mean, that is valid, but also like I just I like what you said there is like, they said you guys are in it together. It's kind of like a team effort to get through the day. And it really is. Like
Yeah.
that's how it is for me and my team at work as well. Like we're split into two different teams to do different types of cars. Like, the first team will always do like the four new tires or wheels or whatever comes their way, like those bigger projects, as well as like roto bows, but they stay consistently with four people. So that way each one can take a wheel or assembly and, work on it. Whereas the other area, it's like one news flats. So like single people can do that while also like we have like a ton of people there. But collectively, we are one big team, and I was on team two, and we would take four news for them because we were just getting slammed with units today. So we
Mm,
would take some of their four news from them to lighten their load, but also to help us get through the day quicker, like help us get through everything so we can get home on time, you know?
yeah.
So, but yeah, I like that. I like them pointing out teamwork and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we're like on this new page because it's like one like we had two new guys start. One was the one that quit, and then the other one's the one that he just met me this week, and he's already buying me energy drinks, and he's like, "Yeah, we're in this as a team," and I'm like, you know what? I was hesitant about you at first, but now I like you.
I was gonna say I love new guy energy because they're always so positive and for the most part pretty innocent. Like
Mm,
one of our newest guys, one of the sweetest guys I know, like he's pretty chill. Loves to talk comics and movies and such. Like the other day we were discussing like the three live action Spider-Man, and like we were kind of like debating like, well, for one, like we were like, okay, so who is the best of the three? And I was like, all of them, and none of them at the same time.
mm,
And we both agreed on that. Like, so we debated that. We were like, okay, well, Toby, he's got the best movies, or the best movie, I should say, which is Spider-Man 2, in my opinion. But
mm.
he also portrays Peter Parker like the way he should be. Andrew Garfield, he's the best portrayal for Spider-Man. Like very quippy, like very jokey, but also like really cool fight scenes and such. And he has the best romance. I think Gwen, like between all three, his romance with Gwen is probably the sweetest.
It also
And
just
then
felt like the
Tom,
most realistic, like most like connected.
yeah, it felt like their chemistry was way better than at least like Toby and Kirsten Dunst's. I
Mm-hmm.
hate Kirsten Dunst's MJ.
Mm-mm.
I hated her.
Yeah.
She's the only thing I like really dislike about his trilogy. And then Tom, he's like average on both. Like he hasn't fully mastered Peter Parker. He hasn't fully mastered Spider-Man like he's done, like Toby and Andrew did with their roles.
Yeah.
Um, so he's like the untapped potential. And then same with his MJ. Like it feels very average. Like it's better than Toby's Mary Jane, but also not as good as Andrew's Gwen Stacy. So like he's very average right now, but he's also the untapped potential, and this fourth movie could totally like, you know, spin a
Knock it out of the
train and
park.
yeah, I was gonna say he could end up being the best Spider-Man. If they knock that movie out of the park, he could end up being better than both Toby and Andrew, which in my opinion, I'm hoping that's the case because I've rooted from Tom or for Tom from the beginning. I've become less of a like kiss ass for his movies like in later years. Like I
Yeah.
can fully admit like I like Homecoming. Far From Home I'm not as big of a fan. And then No Way Home I love because it contributes to all three Spider-Men. Like it's like a
Yeah.
nice send off.
That's my
Or
favorite
maybe
one right
even
now.
yeah, I would say so as well. Like I would say it's like No Way Home, Spider-Man 2, then like both the Across the Spider-Verse movies currently, and then I can make a whole list, but back to your topic. So you were talking about work. So what is work the topic? Is that our topic?
It's kinda, not really. I mean, it's kind of like I was on the fence between several different topics today, but um, I was talking.
What was the one you were thinking though? Yeah.
The one I was thinking was kind of if you could like go to is either like So it's based on, it's basically the same thing, but it's if you could live in any video game, what would it be and why? And or the other one was gonna be like if you could live in any time period, like what would it be and why? But
Okay, so
like,
different realities. I like that.
yeah,
Well, okay. So if we're gonna go video game, would
yeah.
Fortnite be the right answer? Because, like, I feel like if people could actually communicate, which they technically can now, like, there's proxy chat and everything, but if people could communicate, like, in the real world, would they feel less obliged to kill the entire island? That's my question. Like,
I feel like the way I'm thinking of it is like Wreck-It Ralph is like when the game's turned off or like when like your character's
okay.
not being used. Like you can move around and like go in between games, go in between like different platforms or whatever, but like you know, like what would be your game or like, you know, like you can still talk to people and communicate. Like if, for example, like you and I hopped off, our two characters right here could just sit here and chit chat and like kick their feet up on the table or something, you know?
Yeah,
Like
but that's the other concern too, because like, is it so my reality is a video game, or does reality become that video game? Because
reality
if
becomes a video game.
okay, so it's not like someone higher up is controlling me. It's me as a person inside the video game universe, and I'm
Yeah, like
assuming I
Jumanji.
have. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming I have the abilities of whatever game I'm into.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Minecraft could be a good option as well. Like Minecraft is not necessarily entirely peaceful. I guess you go with the peaceful option, but
No, you're gonna go with the way they did it now with live action? Like you'd be the only live action, or
hell
would you
no.
go
Hell
pixelated?
no. Well, okay, I would say instead it would reverse where I'm fully like normal and then the Minecraft world becomes realistic. But it
Um,
works like Minecraft where like I could punch a tree and not take any damage. Like it wouldn't hurt to punch a tree for me. But like
okay.
the tree would look normal, but I have this ungodly power to basically take wood and turn it into more wood and, so on and so forth basically. Like that's kind of my perspective on that. But
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I'm between Fortnite and Minecraft cuz for Fortnite it's basically a tournament. Like I feel like if the Fortnite world worked how it did now, it's a tournament kind of like Hunger Games, but you can respawn. Like you can't die. You basically just live the life on the island, Hunger Games style, but also I feel like at a certain point people would be like bored, so they just like go around socializing. Like I'm sure there'd be that like one squad that's like, we're getting this crown. But I feel like all the people that would like get in a circle and socialize would like look out for one another, so they'd totally kick that like one try hard squad's ass or something.
Oh yeah.
Like they'd try and come in and like kill everyone, but then like six other teams just gang up on them and eliminate them. But yeah, that's a really hard question still. Like still I'm thinking about other games.
I
Because
mean,
I mean like
it doesn't have to be just one. Like, I mean, you can pick like other, like several different ones because I know like we each are gonna have like several different types of games we would want to live in. So,
yeah, and I mean like for Hogwarts Legacy, like I feel like if I had to go into Hogwarts Legacy, or rather the Wizarding World, and I
hmm
had those special powers, me personally, I'd keep those powers a secret. Like I'd use it for good, and I always liked the concept of what if there was a vigilante wizard that like wore a mask and he like fought like dark wizards but wasn't an Auror like in the
Oh
Ministry of
yeah,
Magic. He kind of like fights
like a rogue.
his own rights. Yeah. And then I thought about this as well. If I was a wizard, like what would my job be, I feel like I'd pick a wand maker because making
Oh,
wands
okay.
seems like a really cool idea. Like, I feel like that'd be a really fun job.
If I
So
had a job in the wizard world, I would 100% want to deal with like magical beasts for sure.
that'd be cool.
Like
So you'd
travel in
either,
the world and like not
so kind
just
of like
collecting them, but
Scamander.
yeah, like Scamander, like travel a world, like rescue and save what I can, but like also just go around to like get info on like creatures that people are like, oh, I don't like. I only heard legends about this creature or whatever, and then I'll like venture out and like spend like 2 or 3 years trying to find this one mythical creature, and then I find it, and then like spend another 3 or 4 years like researching it, and then come back and like create like this huge journal or whatever, and like try to like give inspiration for other people to learn about these creatures instead of them like fearing them or saying that they're only legends, like bring them to reality and like not a zoo, but like I'd be able to show people in a way that it's not gonna hurt the animal nor the person.
That would be pretty dope, honestly. And yeah, you could totally. I mean, you could either be like Hagrid, where you're a teacher, or because Hagrid, I don't think keeps any of his magical creatures caged either.
No.
Like, obviously, he had to tie up Buckbeak because Malfoy wanted him dead, but
Yeah.
like that was about it. Like, I think for the most part, I bet Buckbeak would just like wander the grounds of Hogwarts. But
Oh
maybe
yeah.
I'm wrong. Like, so
I think Buckfeet was flying around by itself originally until Malfoy wanted it dead, and then that's when he like yeah, let's chain you up and keep you around the cottage for a little bit.
yeah, hear that, Malfoy? You're an asshole.
Yeah, jerk.
But um,
I mean, like
mm,
I would also think like I like Zelda, so I'd probably want to do something like Zelda because I think that'd be kind of cool.
Zelda would be cool.
Yeah.
I will say this too. Like, if I was in the Spider-Man game, I feel like at that point I would end up taking on the persona of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Like, I feel like I'd still have the overall personality of Tyler, Multimite, me, but I feel like I'd end up taking Peter Parker's unless I'm just like a completely different Spider person, which I'd be fine with as well. As long as I get to date Black Cat, because she's hot.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah. So
I feel like if I was in the Spider-Man game or the world or whatever, I would not want to be like I don't know, like I like the idea of having Spider-Man's powers. I just don't like the idea of like always being needed or like I want to be able to just like have these abilities and like help when I can, but like I don't want to have to deal with the responsibility of having to fight like huge, massive bad guys because I feel like that would just suck constantly. Always having to fight them. So like I'd rather just be able to like help neighborhood people, like help cops around, or even I'd probably just be like like a cop or whatever and help the community, but also like occasionally use my super strength or my superpowers or whatever to like gain more intel or gain like be able to do stuff to make it like the job quicker or make it like I don't know, like a better reputation or something. I don't know. I don't wouldn't want the huge responsibilities, but I would still want the sidekicks and perks of being Spider-Man.
yeah, and I think a lot of people forget that is basically what this version of Spider-Man is. He's a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, yes, in the game you kind of take on bigger threats like the Sinister Six and even Venom in the new one. But I think for the most part, like a lot of the side missions are just friendly neighborhood Spider-Man stuff. Like you're just helping out people. Like one of my favorite storylines is you meet this girl who lost her grandpa and you have to go find him. And you find him in a park and he just like he's such a sweet old man and you just sit on the bench with him and he talks about how like he doesn't have much time left. I think he has dementia, but he talks about how, this is where I met my wife, and like, like, have you ever been in love, Spider-Man? And, like, they're just like having such a heart to heart like conversation. It's just so cool to see that side of Spider-Man. And I really, really want to see that with Tom's Spider-Man. Like, we kind of got a glimpse of that in Homecoming, like when he talks about, like, he like shows directions to that one lady. He stops a bike theft, like, you know, he talks to, Mr. Stark about, saving the lady and she got him a churro, or even just like saving Mr. Delmore, the sandwich maker dude. So, like, I feel like that would be just like, I don't know, like fulfilling in a way. Like, obviously with Spider-Man, he doesn't get paid for that kind of work, but
No.
like the not the karma, but like the morality of it all, and like it, I don't know. It
I
just it
feel,
goes to show how great of a hero Spider-Man is, and that's what I
yeah.
love about that game.
I feel like I even if I did like to even right now, like people will always come up to my shop, like my door, my bay door, because usually I keep my bay door open because I'm a warm-blooded person, so I'll keep it open. But usually, like customers will like pull their car up, and recently, I think it was on Monday, I had this like sweet. She wasn't like old, but she was like maybe like 58 or like 50 something. But anyway, she like drives up to my door and she goes, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" I go, "Yeah, sure. What's up?" And I walk over and she goes, "How much would I have to pay you to put air in my tire?" And I go, "Nothing. You don't have to pay me anything. I can just put air in your tire right here, right now." She goes, "I don't have to like schedule an appointment or go around and do it myself." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. You can stay in your car. You can turn the AC on and roll up, or put the heat on and roll up your window. I'll put air in your tire." So I start putting air in her tires, and she like reaches her hand out with money, and I'm trying to refuse it. I'm like, no, 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 I won't take it. I'm like, no, I can't take that. I just, just all I did was just grab a hose and I gave you air. And she goes, no, come here. And I go, what? She puts it in my hand. And she's like, She's like, you need to take it. I'm like, okay. All right. And I go back inside. I close my bay door, and my buddy who's in the bay next to me, he's like, "What was that all about?" I was like, "I was trying not to take money from her, but she wanted me to take the tip. I mean, it was $5, but she's like, I'm like, she wanted me to take it." And he goes, "Man, I would have just taken it without even like trying to tell her no." And I'm like, "Of course you would."
Yeah, no,
But
I understand that like humbleness too. Like, it's just like it's a nice gesture because, yeah, like our air check system is also free. But,
it's
like one time I was out there and it was during like, I think, winter, and this sweet elderly couple, like, she's like, "Hold out your hands now," and I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" And I hold out my hands, and it's just all quarters, but like I just thought it was like the sweetest gesture. She's like, "That's all I got, but like, thank you so much for doing this out in the cold." And I was like, "You know what? You're welcome. Like, thank you for like, cuz they didn't have to do that. Like, I always think like when I give a tip, like I hate like giving like pennies or quarter like change. Like, I always try to give it in like bills.
yeah.
But like they didn't have to do that, and they just like, it's such a sweet and like kind gesture. And yeah, so like that almost makes me want like me Multimite to be that small hero rather than that galactic hero that like the Avengers or something, cuz like, it's the little guy that, Spider-Man helps. So like, I don't know, just, but that's the crazy thing about Spider-Man as well. Like, he can probably take on just about every member of the Avengers. Like, that's how strong he is. But because he holds back and because he's such like a humble like person, he chooses to help the little guy instead. Like,
Oh
he
yeah.
looks out for the people that he deems, needing it more than just going and fighting an army. Like, yes, that army could reach Earth, but the Avengers got it. Whereas Spider-Man's stopping all the crossfire from happening, like hurting civilians and such. And that's, I think that's just such a important thing with Spider-Man is like But yeah, no. So I would
Like,
say, or sorry, go ahead.
no, it's just so it's kind of a side thing, but kind of not really a side thing. Um, I do alignments now, but like recently at work, I've been watching movies. Like I watched The Goonies yesterday. I watched Ready Player One the day before that. But like I've been watching movies while I work on cars because like I have that time now that I'm doing alignments. Because like I can like literally on alignments, you just one hand goes left, one hand goes right, and you just have to like adjust and look at the screen every now and then. So like I'm watching movies. But I was watching The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one today, and like my buddy, him and I are both like super into Marvel, super into DC, and into comics and everything. And so like he caught me watching it, and he goes, "Yo, what the hell?" And I go, "Oh no, oh no, he's gonna snitch, he's gonna get me in trouble. Oh no!" And he goes, "You're watching it without me?" And I go, "Hey, yeah." And he goes, "Dude, you can't do that." And I go, "I am." And anyways, him and I like he caught me, and then him and I just like I paused it, and then him and I were just talking about like the Amazing Spider-Man, and then we started talking about like Green Goblin, and we started getting like really in depth about it, and it really got me thinking. And like while I was watching it, I realized that like Mr. Negative or Doctor Negative, whatever he's called, the one that's in the game,
Yeah,
he's in that first Amazing Spider-Man movie, and I didn't realize it.
he is.
Yeah, he was the person that was. Well, I'm assuming it was because he looks identical to him. He looks like a spit image of the one straight out of the comic and right out of the game.
Uh,
It's the one that's talking to Kurt Connors right in the office, and he's like telling them that they have to get to a deadline because Osborn's dying, and if
that's
they,
not Mr. Negative, dude.
he looks, but he looks just like him though, don't it?
Mr. Negative is
But
Asian.
he
He's
looks like
Indian.
him. I
No, he
don't. Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah, I thought he did.
No.
Oh.
I love that enthusiasm though, and hopefully he's in Tom's movie, but no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I got it mixed up. My screen brightness was darker. Okay, leave me alone. I'm under a
I was
car
gonna
doing an
say like
alignment.
well, and I was just about to ask, so are you technically not supposed to watch movies
No,
or
definitely not.
okay.
No, but I do it anyways because it helps me stay focused. But
That's fair. But
but
I let
like
me
it's interesting because like while we were talking about it, he was telling me how like Green Goblin has like super serum, so like super soldier serum in him, and I forgot about that.
yeah, so
Isn't
that's
it,
a
is it the same
thing.
stuff that
That's
Cap
a
had?
no.
Okay.
That's the reason why it failed. Like that's so um kind of like what you were saying, like he has super soldier serum. It's because both Osborn and Bruce Banner, they were all trying to recreate Captain America's serum from World War
Mm,
II. The problem is everyone fails, and like I mean with Hulk, obviously he became the Hulk. Green
radiation. Yeah.
Goblin, he became Green Goblin. Like, so everyone tries to recreate it, and I think only, at least in the comics, only a few people actually recreate it successfully. Because, like, I mean, even John Walker or U.S. Agent from, like,
Yeah.
Thunderbolts and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, his serum made him, like, mentally unstable. Like, he has too big of anger issues, so it makes him unstable and he can't handle his own strength sometimes. Like obviously he did a huge turnaround by the end of Thunderbolts and he's probably now a more beloved character, but overall the reason like even the scientists said like in Captain America the serum doesn't only enhance like one's physical strength, it enhances their traits that they have beforehand. So like a good man becomes great and a bad man becomes worse. Like so and that's like one of the coolest lines like to talk about the serum and
Yeah.
it's such a good point too like
Because
so yeah.
like I thought it was really cool because it was like it brought me when I remembered Tom Holland and the Green Goblin scene, which was
Mhm.
really insane, especially like whenever they were fighting inside the building and Green Goblin like throws them through like 12 floors or whatever, and I'm just like, dude, That's some like Wilson Fisk level shit. Like that's insane.
Wait,
And
you said you're watching The Amazing Spider-Man?
no, well, I was, yes, but like as I'm watching it, it's like giving me flashbacks to like other movies.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I was like The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is he fights the lizard,
Yeah,
but yeah, no. So I
Kurt
get what you mean
Connors.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Like it's like everything. Like just watching one movie or one Spider-Man movie is like reminding me of like the other two, and it's like so interesting that like one small detail in one movie can do that. It's just really cool that we now have three. And I'm really upset that I don't know if we're ever going to get another Andrew Garfield movie, which I really hope we do because he's my favorite, and I want
I
another
think
one.
and I mean he could be playing werewolf again, like he did with No Way Home, where he said he wasn't in the movie, but from what he's openly said, he's at least not doing a new movie, but he might
No,
be in Secret Wars or Doomsday.
that doesn't
Um,
count.
Toby might be in Doomsday too. That's like a lot of people were saying like there will be a Spider-Man in Doomsday, but it's not
Oh
going to be
no.
Tom.
You know what would suck? I don't mean to interrupt you again, but
No, keep going.
it would really suck if like, cause you know, isn't Doomsday kind of like where they have like different universes fight each other?
Pretty much, and I think
So
I know where you're going with this.
it would really, really, because it's kind of like Marvel's like reboot in a way. So if Tom Holland kind of wants to stop acting in like like Marvel movie or projects or Spider-Man projects, it would really, really suck if they had all three of them, Toby, Andrew, and Tom, all have to fight each other to the death to figure out the winner. Which now I'm saying it, I feel like Andrew would probably have to make it out of it because if Tom doesn't want to do it anymore and he wants to end his contract, then he'd be outwritten automatically. And then Toby is too old.
Andrew's pretty old too.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like
pretty old, but he's got
40.
he's got like the look of like he could probably
Well,
be.
here's the problem with that. Tom is he's signed on for the last two Avenger movies and another trilogy. So that includes
Mm,
Spider-Man 4 and then a 5 and 6. So he's doing four more or five more movies technically. And then um
Andrew's just done for, unfortunately. I really want Andrew back, dude. What?
I get everyone saying that, but yeah, no, he's just too old. Plus, in my opinion, he was the worst Peter Parker. Like, great Spider-Man, terrible
Yeah.
Peter Parker. He was way too cool to be Peter
He
Parker.
was also such a jerk to Uncle Ben. That's another thing that really upset me. Uncle Ben's death in that was super sad for me personally, and
Mm.
it would have been easily prevented if he wasn't just like a teenage jerk.
Well, I
Like
mean,
like literally, if you
that's
come
literally
home,
just Spider-Man, though.
well, yeah, like I get that, but like you could have just like easily come home and been like, I'm sorry, I was late, I shouldn't have done that, I won't do it again. And I know accident mistakes happen, this that, and the third, whatever, and just been like, I was sorry, like be apologetic, be more mature, dude, instead of being like, I'm gonna go slam their door and break it and then walk down the street and get a gallon of or get a tub of chocolate milk and be 2 cents off and not be able to get it, so I'm gonna help some dude rob the gas station and then you know like, come on, man, it's so
Well,
sad. Like
that's
Uncle Ben, dude, it made me I cried at work watching it.
that's where he learns the lesson that Uncle Ben taught him. And here's a crazy thing that people don't know is in the original Spider-Man comic, he never has an argument with Uncle Ben, which makes it worse. Like
Mm,
he loves his Uncle Ben to death. Like
yeah.
and in at least Toby's and Andrew's, they both get frustrated with Uncle Ben. But in the comic, he loves his Uncle Ben. Like him hearing Uncle Ben died, that's what drives him to like being vengeful. But and that's the other thing I hate about Toby's is Toby killing the killer was a terrible move
Yeah.
in my opinion
Yeah.
cuz like that's the other thing too. That's where he declares like I'm going to use my powers for good. Cuz like getting his vengeance, that almost like sets him on a path to keep doing it or
100%. It like
at
sets up
least
the
stop
anger
holding
inside of him.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean like technically Toby didn't really kill him, but like he did die. Like in a lot of iterations, he just webs up the bad guy and that's it. Like he goes to prison. In fact, I think Spider-Man is the one character where he has a nameless killer. Like they never have a name for the guy who kills Uncle Ben, which is crazy. Like it's almost like symbolic for his rather than um like Batman, what was his parents' killer? It was Joe
Jo-
Chills, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a universe where it's Joker or something like that.
Yeah, that was oh,
You
Michael
don't.
Keaton's version.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, no, and I do get what you're saying though. Like I think that would set you apart from Peter Parker too though. Like if you got those powers and then like you know, were doing what Peter was doing, whether that was making money from a wrestling match or just messing around and forgetting about Aunt May. Like either way, like that shows um you would be apologetic rather than Peter Parker. Like, that shows what kind of Spider-Man you'd be rather than like what kind of Spider-Man like Peter Parker is. So
yeah.
like it would probably take you less to be a better Spider-Man, honestly. That's the main point for Peter is like Peter wanted to use it to get back at his bully. He wanted to use it to show off, to get the girl, whatever, like so but
Like I think it's just sad because like Tom or Toby's version, like he was in a wrestling match, like he was inside, completely distracted, doing a whole different thing, and had no idea what was going on outside. Period. Until he like walked outside, saw the huge crowd, and the police car, whatever. But like Andrew Garfield's, like he was literally not even a block down the road, down the street, like like he was so close.
yeah,
Like
and
you could have run fast. Like I know Spider-Man can run fast.
well, and that's the tragedy of Spider-Man is like he
Yes.
had the power to stop that,
But he
but
couldn't.
he was selfish. He
Yeah.
chose not to. He could have easily prevented Uncle Ben from searching for him. He could have easily prevented Uncle Ben from getting robbed by a car thief. Like his choices are what made him become who he is. Like even what in Superman, like Superman's almost like a better version of Peter.
Mm.
Like he has even more power than Spider-Man does, yet he's more kind, he's more selfless than Peter was at the start. But Peter had to develop that. Like whereas like Superman, yes, he had loving parents that like kind of showed him how to be who he should be. What Papa Kent says in the new Superman, like your choices make you who you are.
Yeah.
And like that whole scene was like that makes me tear up cuz like he's so proud of his son who was so powerful who could like easily just rule the earth, just use it for such small things like saving a freaking squirrel, bro. Like that makes a grown man cry, man. Like
Yeah.
just how selfless, how hopeful he is, like gosh damn, man. That's so freaking such a heart wrencher, bro. But yeah, no, I do definitely get like Spider-Man's growth too though. Like and I think that's why I relate more with Spider-Man, but it also makes me want to be more like Superman. Like I want the morals of Superman, but also the growth of Spider-Man. So like I know where I'd probably be at, but where I'd want to be at is what Superman is. So but yeah, I mean I mean we kind of like straggled off, but like I do love this topic, like being in a dimension, whether that's us taking the place of said character or being a character ourselves. Like
Yeah, like our
it's
own
such an
character
I
in
was gonna
that
say
world.
it's such a weird scenario, yeah.
Like
Like I mean, or not
it's
interest or weird, not interesting. Sorry,
yeah. I was gonna say it's
interesting,
just
not weird.
interesting, not weird. Yet no. Like I think
Yeah.
it's cool because like my mind will always race to like it's probably just the ADHD in me, but it's just like what would I do if I was in this universe or like well what like who would I be? What would I do? What would I look like? Who would I be with? What would my job be? What would my vehicle look like? How much money would I have? What situation would I be? Just stuff like that, and it's just insane because like realistically, I would want to live in a universe of like the MCU. Like I would want to live in a world with superpowers, or at least like superheroes. Because then, like then that opens up a whole branch to a whole bunch of different options. Like I could have super speed. I could fly. I could have laser vision or whatever. And then like those certain powers can contribute into like the type of job or career that I would have. Like if I had super strength, maybe I could I don't know, work in a construction crew or something, or do something like that would help. Like my strength would help a lot, or um, like that. And then like if I had super speed, I wouldn't have to have a car. I can run super fast. I can go to like I don't know, like it just opens up a whole jar of different opportunities and different perspectives that you can do, and I think it's really.
Sorry, you cut out there. Are you still there? Hello? Uh oh. He DC'd. 1 second, people. Alright. Sorry, I'm back. I was gonna say, like, it completely, like, DC'd you. Like, you weren't in the party or anything. You might need to include your audio. Sorry to. Yeah, we're not hearing you on here. Yeah, I think they can.
Okay, they can hear me now. Okay, sweet. Okay. But like, I know we already have like a Lego Marvel like game. It's like I would want like something like a game like that, but realistic. I don't want to be a Lego. I want to be like a realistic like human. And like, I think it would be cool to be able to do that and like Because then I could have my own superpower, and then that would raise another question on what superpower would I want, you know? Um, and I'm not trying to like copy or like dick ride or whatever people want to call it, but like
What?
I would 100% choose Spider-Man's like swinging capability, and
Well,
that's
that
it.
just seems like the most fun, to be honest. Like flying, yes,
Exactly.
it's simpler and everything, but like if I'm as if I had the agility of Spider-Man, you bet your butt I'm like doing flips and shit. Like I'm having
Exactly.
fun with it.
I would be a white Miles Morales, dude. I would literally like swing around and like play music 24/7. Like
You
just
know, that's totally fair.
have my I would invent like a mask where it has a Bluetooth like headset or Bluetooth whatever inside of it so I can like listen to my music without having to like my earbuds in or worry about them like squishing or pressing against my ear and I could swing around the city with just like a normal mask but I got music playing in it.
Yeah.
I think that would be sick.
I'm trying to think who I would be other than Spider-Man too. Like cuz like there's such a good roster of characters to be. I feel like Iron Man could be cool. I think I'd go by a different name and theme my armor differently, but yeah, no, like
I
there's
would
just so
want to be
many.
like Falcon.
Falcon would be cool too. I remember at one point you wanted to be like Angel, like you wanted to theme
Oh,
yourself
I
after
would
Angel.
love nothing more to be him.
I mean, when you were Griffin Shock, I almost like tried to do that with your character.
Oh, that would have been sick.
So, but yeah, no, you being Phantom Voyager, like either way, it's still cool. Like,
Also, so I would have to be. I'd have to have the ability of the void. Got it.
uh,
Because
like
like
if
the
you're
void.
referring to Sentry,
Mm-hmm. Well,
I don't know, cause you'd be more like a ghost, whereas Void's more of like he feeds on the negative emotions of people and traps them in that, well,
is there an
void.
ability? Is there like a hero already out there that's kind of like my power, or would I be my own?
Um, I feel
Am I?
like you'd kind of almost be unique in that sense, cause I
I'm
don't know of a go.
unique.
I don't know of a ghost themed character like that. I'm trying to think.
I'm an ultra rare.
Hey man, that's the best way to be. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
basically just a combination of Mega Man and Rogue and um, Darwin. So,
Hey
or
man,
rather, my suits like that.
those things make you you.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, I think my power really reflects how I am. Like I can get into multiple things at once. So like having the ability to take other people's abilities and
Mm.
using them for good or whatever, like that's just kind of what I am. So,
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like what mine would be. I mean, you kind of came up with like a like an idea of what it could be, and I'm interested
you're
in it.
I was gonna say you're basically like a ghost. So like you can hide in the shadows, you can phase through walls, you could probably fly. I could imagine you could probably like for like interrogating someone, you could probably like feed on their fear because I looked it up. Like the Phantom's kind of described as using fear as a factor to like haunt their enemies. So
Like
I feel
paralyzing
like that
fear, like it would paralyze them.
kind of yeah, and then like again, kind of like interrogate them and like you're like Batman and a ghost mixed basically.
That'd be cool. I would still be okay with that. All right, well, we got like 3 minutes left. Is there any last minute like things that you'd like to throw in? Anything you would like to chime up, or
So what
any other
was
games that
because
you would
we
want to loop
talked
in?
I was gonna say we talked about games. Did we talk? What was the other option? You said like
Oh, like what time period would you want to live in?
time period. Probably medieval, especially if we're gonna go with fantasy medieval, like wizards and knights and kings and stuff.
Okay.
I feel like that would be really cool.
Okay. Okay. Like, yeah, I would probably it's between two. It's either that, either like medieval, like not just like medieval, like Viking era. It'd be like with dragons and like centaurs and stuff like that. Or, or, you know what like Peaky Blinders is? You don't have to watch it. You just like you know like that time period.
I do not.
Oh, cool. Because I don't know that time period, but I know their style. But like, what year? What would that be? Like 1920s or whatever. Where it's kind of like, oh shoot. Wait, have you ever seen A Christmas Story?
Yeah, like the one with the kid that gets the BB gun.
Yeah, that time period. I would want to be in a time period like that. Oh, I don't know what time period that is. Let me look it up.
I think that's like the 1950s or 60s, and I'm looking up Peaky Blinders starts in 1919 and then
Okay, so yeah, like
progresses through the
1920s.
1930s.
Yeah, so like the 1920s time period is the time
So
period
almost
I'd want to be in.
like noir, kind of like the noir
Yes,
era.
yes. I don't know what it is about like that vibe or that time era, but like I like it. I think
Yeah,
it
no, I
it,
agree.
feel, it
Like
feels I don't want to say like relaxing, but like it feels
besides the original besides the original Spider-Man, my favorite is noir. Like my alternate favorite Spider-Man's noir, so
noir is pretty cool. Spider Punk was mine for a while.
Spider-Punk's pretty dope too. Like I love his look. I love that he's kind of like Gwen, but instead of drums, it's a guitar and then I love Miles cuz depending on which version, like the game version it's music and then the movie version it's art. Like I love the movie version. So,
All right. Well, we had 5 seconds left. All right,
alrighty.
right.
Well, if you want to send us out.
All right, well, see you guys later. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Gosh, guys, come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Cause it's just a joke. Just a joke. I'm just joshing you.
Just a prank.
So, if you guys haven't already, you see this name right here? It says Multi-Mite. Yeah, make sure you go follow that on YouTube. Um, he makes contents, and he did say in the beginning of this that he's going to be trying to do and upload more. Make sure you give him some support and some courage and some motivation to do so. Really good content creator, and he's trying to become a content creator and make a living off of it. So let's try to make his dream come alive here. He also streams on the channel or on this Twitch channel that you're watching it here on. Make sure you drop a follow and stay tuned to every time he uploads. He makes really good content. I like to watch him because he can be funny. He doesn't give himself credit for it, but he's funny, and he also like, he gives more in-depth information on games that I didn't know about, and it's really cool to learn about that type of stuff. Uh, I got we got our buddy here, or he's not here, but we got the Noirag. He makes some pretty cool content, pretty cool stuff. We got the Red Ronin. He makes some pretty cool stuff as well. Go follow them on Twitch. Um, I don't think Alex uploads anything or streams anything, but maybe when
No,
he
but I
do.
wish he would upload his old stuff, dude. I
Oh, that
died
was
laughing at that
so
shit.
good, so good. But if he does or when he does, we'll obviously shout him out. But go check out our Sense of Humor's podcast channel on YouTube. Drop if you guys want to leave some comments on some certain videos or whatever, like, subscribe, be appreciated. Um, if you guys want to check me out, Phantom Voyager, spelled exactly as it is here on the screen. I do lots of single player games. Occasionally I'll like play like Fortnite or whatever, just some, just random games here and there. Mostly single player. Been recently doing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy, trying to get into the season. And yeah. Is there anything I'm missing?
No, I think you covered it all.
All right. Well, guess we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See you,
Peace.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.